Hi guys, on GdgtCompare we review gadgets, but we also follow modern technologies, and one of the technologies that we follow are the hover bikes. It looks very interesting, and in this video we're going to show you what we think about hover bikes, how fast are they going to come up to the market, because in this year 2017 we'll have, I think, only one or two models that will be commercially available, but there is no legal legislative for hover bikes. So it's a pretty futuristic technology, and we're going to show you what we think, what are the best models you can see on the market, and what we think, how fast will that technology become available, and will it replace the classic today's motorcycles and cars.
Best concept of hover bikes till now it's BMW's concept, which is the only one that doesn't look like a big drone. From the perspective of big drones, the biggest problem is safety issues with open propellers and the noise it makes.
Of all the drone-like things, I like best eHang 184. It's an aerial vehicle that looks like drone, but you can sit in it. There's a cabin, you have infotainment, you have air conditioning, and you can operate it by phone app. You just sit inside the vehicle and select where you want to go, and the vehicle drives by itself. I think it's very convenient and I like it. And the main problem with it, I think, is the battery, because autonomy is only 25 minutes and that's not a lot.
The model I like best is the Russian model that I saw in some warehouse on YouTube. I think that it should be upgraded, but it looks very cool, and personally I'd like to try it out.
Hover bikes seem like an interesting concept, but at the time nothing more than a concept. To me they just seem too impractical and too dangerous, to be honest, to be used as a mean of everyday transport. Those open propellers and stuff won't come in everyday use anytime soon. I think maybe in 20 or 30 years, if the concept improves a bit and we start using some other means of propulsion other than open propellers, then I think that the whole stuff has some kind of a future in everyday use. But until then, I think this is just an interesting concept and nothing more than that.
In 2017 is the first year that the hover bikes are made commercially. Aero-X is putting his first model this year out. It will cost $85,000. It will be able to go 3 meters in the air and drive for 75 minutes. I think it's cool, but again, it's a big drone.
I think that maybe in 20 or 30 years, when technology improves a bit, we could start seeing some models that we can use in everyday traffic.
I think for the time the hover bikes will just be a hobby or some fun activity that you can try at special tracks for driving hover bikes. But for everyday use, I don't think it will happen that soon.
I personally think that hover bikes will replace the classic motorbikes we use today, and I think that it will happen a lot sooner than my colleagues think. I think that we'll drive commercially available hover bikes in just 10 years, because the way that mobile phones and mobile technology advanced, it goes exponentially faster and faster, and so I think that we'll drive hover bikes in 10 years with no problem. I think they'll be commercially available as motorcycles are today. Regarding the way we use them and the legislative and the traffic rules in the air, I think that we cannot look at it from today's perspective. I think that future hover bikes will see each other, they'll have some autonomous drive, and I think that it will be less crashing than with today's motorcycles.
I don't think that hover bikes will ever replace the classic motorbikes, because most people don't use motorbikes for transportation. They mainly use it for fun, hobby and race. And I don't think that hover bikes will ever be that good in things like that. But I think that maybe flying vehicles could replace cars someday, especially autonomous vehicles, in 20 years, I hope.
I want to see what you think about hover bikes. Would you buy one? Would you try out one? And do you think that that technology will prevail in the future over the classic motorbikes? Write us down below in the comments and see you in some other topic video. Bye.